the continuation of our first video, which is a part 2 of the theoretical lecture on discharge. Today, like I said, we're looking at the discharge process itself. This part 2 of the lecture takes into consideration the entire discharge process. It's important that also before you commence your discharge, you test and check your underground storage tanks. Most importantly, before the product discharge commences, the retail outlet pumps are stopped. You cannot be discharging product at the same time dispensing to customers. No. You cannot be discharging product and at the same time dispense to customers. The SOP around discharge is that product discharge should be done at a very favorable weather condition. Very favorable weather condition. Thunderstorms is not favorable. High sunny degrees not encouraging. You are expected to discharge at a very low degree. So it's important to take your discharge early in the morning, late in the evening. Early in the morning, most preferable, or late in the evening. Having a discharge 1 p.m., 2 p.m., 3 p.m., 4 p.m. is totally not advisable because at that time, the weather is not friendly. Now, for you to successfully discharge into an underground storage tank without having an overflow. Overflow is a process where proper account was not taken into what the underground storage tank is and you pour product into it, it will overflow. That way, you cannot ascertain the quantity of product that has been discharged into that tank. So, what do? Remember, we are still in preparation for discharge. So we've taken our haulage, we've checked for liquid height, we've also checked for water. Then we are about to discharge. The underground storage tanks has been checked and confirmed to have the required haulage to take the truck. So if you're discharging a 50,000 capacity, for example, or let's say a 45,000 capacity, which is very easy for beginners watching out there, made of 15,000 capacity each per compartment, you are expected to confirm that the underground storage tank, where this product will eventually be transferred, discharged from the tank to it, can accommodate the quantity you intend to discharge. So, for example, some retail outlet has just 2 underground storage tanks made of 45,000 each or 40,000. So let's take example that your petrol station, your retail outlet has only 2 underground storage tanks of 45,000 capacity each. So you have a total of 90,000 liters. In trying to do this discharge, you're taking only 45,000 truck, but that station has always been receiving product. So you are not selling to dead stock. So you need to check what the tank can accommodate per time. So you check. If the tank can take the 45,000 liters at once, which is the whole tank is empty, so be it. That is if it's empty. But if it is not, you're running the 2 tanks, you're expected to discharge 2 compartments into 1 tank and 1 compartment into the other tank. You cannot share 3 compartments into 2 tanks side by side. 2 compartments has to go into 1 tank and 1 compartment into the other tank. So you must confirm from the tank you are intending to discharge whether that tank can take a 30,000 capacity. If that haulage or the space available in that tank is up to, most preferably, it should be above what you want to discharge. So if I have an intention of putting a 30,000 capacity in that tank, then I should have an voltage of about 35,000 or 32,000 just to be safe, to avoid overflow and overspilling. If that is being confirmed, then we move on to discharge. Now, before discharge, there are some very sensitive and important additions to your truck. And those additions are, and the most important is the earthing, the earth wire. The earth wire has to be connected from the underground storage tank to the truck. This connection between the two of them has a very important and vital role to play. This will help in thunderstorm. This will help in surge. This will also help in case of any force of fire. That earthing, the earth wire, is there to play that role. So at any given time, discharge is not expected to be done without the earth wire. If that is being done, you're doing it at your own pace. So the earth wire will be connected to the tank, and the earth wire comes in two angles. It has two edges. So if you want to say two-edged sword, those two-edged sword work hand in hand with each other. One has to be connected to the underground storage tank where you intend to discharge the product into, and the other edge has to be connected to the truck. It sends a signal from the truck to the underground tank. Then you're set, almost set for discharge. Like I said earlier, it's important after using the water finding paste to check for water via the liquid height angle. It's also important for you to take sample. Sample is a process where you bring a bucket, a normal plastic bucket. Please note that in dealing with petroleum products that are highly inflammable, metal are not allowed. Metal, anything metal shouldn't be there. So you're not expected to bring a metal bucket. You're not expected to bring metal. So all that you deal with is plastic. So you get a plastic bucket and open the manhole. Not the manhole of the underground tank, but the one at the discharge hole. Upon that, sample is expected to come out through the hose. So using the hose to get the sample, if there is any atom of water in that truck, or vapor, or virgin, or anything, that is the first that will come out. Are you aware that water is heavier than PMS or any other product? Be it PMS, AGO, DPK. Are you aware that water is heavier than all petroleum products? So when there is an atom of water or a drop of water in any of these products, the water settles down, while the petroleum product settles up. So in opening the discharge point, the first thing that comes out will be the water in case there is. So when you test for water and confirm that there is no water, then you're ready for discharge. And this is done through the hose. The hose will be decisively connected from the truck to the underground tank, where this product will be discharged through. After successfully discharging your product compartment by compartment into your underground tank, you have to allow the product to settle for another 30 minutes to 1 hour. The reason for this is to allow the product to settle down, because product was leaving a tank to an underground, so there's also bubbling. There have been bubbling, so allow the product to settle down. You need to allow the product to calm. You need to allow the product to have a pace. That is the only way you can get accurate measurement of what you have received so far. So between 30 minutes to 1 hour. Recall that before you commence your discharge, you need to take measurement, or probably check the quantity you have underground, which I mentioned earlier. And when that is taken and the product is successfully discharged, you will wait for 30 minutes to 1 hour, then you come back for another test by taking another measurement again with the dipping stick. Every petrol station has a dipping stick. However, you can also determine your discharge through an ATG. If an ATG is installed in your station, you can as well discharge. But what is common in every petrol station is the dipping stick. Dipping stick is well calibrated, bases the tank capacity, and dipping stick are for each tank. They are not unified dipping stick. The dipping stick for tank 1 is different from the dipping stick for tank 2. Dipping stick for tank 2 is different from the dipping stick for AGO. So you can go on and on and on depending on the number of underground storage tanks you have. So after taking the dip, you move on to your calculation to be able to ascertain the correct measurement you have gotten so far. Now, there are 3 ways also for you to assess what you have received. You can do that by working the station haulage, which is the haulage you took. Recall that I have earlier said before you commence discharge, you went up to take haulage, liquid height, test for water. So the measurement you took at that point is your station haulage. The figures will be calculated side by side with the information contained in the waybill. Also, remember that the driver who brought this product to your petrol station came with a delivery note called waybill, where all the sensitive information are contained. So you calculate what is written at the loading depot versus what you receive at the station. So, like we say you will subtract what is at the station from what is at the loading depot. When that calculation is done, you will arrive at either a positive or negative. Whatever you arrive at will give you an idea of what you have discharged. You can also check and calculate your liquid height versus the liquid height information presented from the depot end, and also the liquid height information you have tested at the station. And finally, the dipping. The dipping is a measurement you took before discharge and after discharge. After taking the measurement, it tells you whether the product you brought is correct or not based on the compartment. So let's take this calculation down the line. Let's say, for instance, I had 15,000 underground. Recall that in the course of this video, we made reference to a 45,000 capacity. 2 tanks of 45,000 capacity in the petrol station, and we are also discharging 45,000 capacity. So, if my measurement before discharge in the underground storage tank was 15,000, and I was expected to put 2 compartments, which is 30,000. That means I'm expected to have 45,000 on the dot to be sure that what I have discharged is correct. Or if what I have on the ground was 10,000 and I was expected to discharge 2 compartments of 15,000 liters each, making 30,000 into the same underground storage tank, I'm expected to have 40,000 liters at the end of the day. So paraventure, after discharge, product is allowed to settle and I take a tip, and the total of what I have underground is 39,500. That means there's a 500 liter shortage. You understand? faster. Let me go back to it again. I had 10,000 liters underground prior to my discharge. I was expected to put 2 compartments of 15,000 liters each, making 30,000. So if I add the expected of 30,000 to what I had before, 10,000, in total I'm expected to have 40,000. So if I discharge and at the end of the day I am getting 39,500, that means the truck driver discharged a total of 29,500, not 30,000. So that way the driver is expected to answer for the shortage. At the end of the day, I can also discharge the 1 compartment and get either complete 15,000 or less. Either way, whatever I get will guide my decision to the total product received. So at the end of the day, I can say my product is complete or not. Then you can now proceed to the signing of the waybill, which is also referred to as delivery note. Upon signing the waybill, a copy of it is kept at your office and the other copy given to the driver, who will in turn submit to it. Now you can successfully say you have discharged the truck. The process of discharge is the same across all petroleum products, be it DPK, be it HEO, or PMS. The process is the same. Like I said earlier, this video is going to form part 1 of product discharge, which is the theoretical aspect of it. I'm going to personally take you through a practical side of it, where I will be handling the discharge process. So all that I have spoken to you from the beginning of this video to the end will be practicalized. So you can watch from when the truck arrived at the station, to the siding, to the safety side, to the liquid hide and haulage time. The entire process will be practicalized in the next video. So the part 2 of this video, which I will rather encourage you to subscribe, also encourage you to click the notification button so that when this information is dropped, you'll be the first to hear. I'm sure you will want to, because it is a very exciting industry and I know you want to be here. But what you need first is knowledge. And in seeking knowledge in the right place. Thank you for watching this video. Bye.